Yes.
pretense. I think it was. I just felt like
you felt like I'm denied.
This is where I want to go.
Yeah.
You know what he decided? Said, I'm giving you a chance, but should you fail, you will see me.
And when the deputy, most of the deputy masters are discipline masters too. So
the deputy says that it's called Mr. Namachanja. So I also want to thank him a lot.
Yeah,
because
for giving you that opportunity.
He wrote a letter to the
computer studies.
Mr. Batoya. Okay, admitted me.
And I like how you're remembering all your teachers.
Yeah. So I really were. So those guys were really instrumental. And then now when I'm in there, man, that computer was my thing. Like I dreamt, slept, everything. Like I felt like I wish I was just doing this. I was doing anything
forget
else.
Everything else. Yeah.
So like writing notes, everything. So I wanted a know-it-all person. So I'll tell you with Pascal. I was lucky actually you did a bit of Pascal.
At the stage of high school?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Did Pascal in high school. It was awesome. Like now you start getting to understand programming, and then we did Visual Basic, which was not the common one now. Even in my Form 3, I did a Science Congress project. Assisting for managing matatus.
Did it work?
Like you could, in theory, like that time you don't know about products. Like
so there's nothing to show.
No, it works. Like you enter, but that's the thing. You couldn't give anyone.
You're not
in theory. Like you have a computer here. Then you say like the fares. Like I don't know. But really, and then one thing also happened to me when one time I was in the computer studies lab, and most times what these guys used to like playing the games. So Mortal Kombat. Our time we used to have Mortal Kombat MK4. That was I think it's X1 or XI or that time is 4. Now people know how old I am. Yeah. So we did Mortal Kombat 4 Need for Speed. So one day I was playing the Need for Speed. Like I don't know who introduced me to these games. Then I just see someone grabbing my ear. Like the teacher now found me playing. Like, what are you doing? So he really discouraged me from playing
games.
And I don't know what happened from that time.
You didn't like games?
Even until now. I don't play any computer games somehow. I don't get them. I don't get... The only game, of course, I play is chess. But the rest of the games, like just driving cars, fighting... If that's your thing, good for you, but for me, no. But really, it's somehow, all these things looks like, when I look back, they were just setting me up for success. Because it means, with what I have noticed with programming and all these things, they require time.
Yeah.
So if much of your time, or a bit of your time is taken by games, even if you're kicking back, it's good to kick back. But actually, I think for a programmer, the best way to kick back, do an outdoor. Because you're already sitting the whole day.
Yes.
But if you're saying you're kicking back by playing and there again you're again sitting.
Yeah.
I don't think I do. But let Mjengo kick back by playing.
Yeah.
Now they've been doing that, now they can kick back.
I wish that was the life in Kenya for everyone.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I'm a Mjengo guy kicking back by playing computer games. That would be amazing. Yeah. Not betting, because I see a lot of people betting.
Yeah, betting is another big deal. Yeah. Anyway, so all this, so now by Form 2, I already know that I want to do computer science. Already, like in campus, so for me, I was lucky. I said, come rain, come sunshine, whatever marks I'll get, I'll go to the university that takes computer science. Even if it's each university had their cut points, some of them were lower. Yeah. So I will say, even if it's Moost, the one that is just my village, Moost.
Moost then was a university?
Yeah, Moost was there. Moost was there. So even if it's Moost or Maseno,
you don't want
that. I'll go.
Yeah. As long as I'm doing computer science.
So even when I was doing my KCC, I was so relaxed. I don't care what marks I get.
Yeah.
So long as whatever place, I know computer science will be picked somewhere, because I looked at those cut points. I noticed some of them were like D+ for some places. This one I'll make it. So luckily I got an A and I came to computer science in
you guys, do you hear people who are relaxed what they get in high school? They get an A, in a relaxed manner. I don't mind what I'll get, as long as I do computer science, and then they get an A, Yeah, and then you join University of Nairobi.
University of Nairobi, that was like another awesome. Like, when you're coming from the village, actually that's it. So just backtrack a little bit. All this time I've not been to Nairobi most of the times, but I came to Nairobi once for an exchange program. The school, we used to have an exchange program with Alliance. So we used to go to Alliance once in a year.
How many days did you spend there?
It used to be like maybe a whole weekend because there were exchange program for guys. So the guys who like at this like top 10 whatever, they'll be picked, and then the games guys who were coming basketball and hockey. They'll come for there used to be a tournament. I think memorial tournament or some tournament in. Sometimes it will be in Lenana. Sometimes it will be, I don't know where it was, but. Now I can know those places, but that time when you're coming to Nairobi, you just say, we're going to London, so you go like this. Don't know why. It's like, you find yourself, you're in the, like, this now the city, this is the parliament. What? Wait, this is the parliament, we go. So that time I don't know actually Nairobi. So the very first time I'm coming properly in Nairobi is actually in campus.
Yeah, because when you're going to Alliance and you're coming from Western, you don't get to Nairobi. Yeah. Even Alliance itself is not in Nairobi.
Yes.
It's in
and you say you're going to Nairobi.
Yeah.
And even that time you can't tell that you've detoured. So you don't know all these things. You just find yourself going in the bus, you just find yourself in Lenana, you find yourself in
Alliance.
But luckily we came to this Uru Park and then we went to walk to the...
Yeah. Have you ever done an exchange program with Patch? Nairobi School?
No, Patch, you never did. No, just...
Starry Boys?
You know why it just... none of those... Why it was Alliance, because remember now the former principal is the principal this time.
So there was that connection.
Yeah, that was connection.
Let these guys come and see.
Yeah. And also we used to go head to head with the Alliance in hockey. Yeah. Like it was either us winning or them winning. Yeah. There's a time we actually 7 years down, like 7 years straight
back to back.
Champions. Yeah, champions.
Wow. Oh, nice.
National champions. I wasn't in the team,
but that's something.
Yeah.
And I understand also, before we go to the university part of things, Western actually, during music festivals, you guys are like, that's a preserve of the Western school. There's Kakamega High. I don't know if Friends was part of that.
Music were good, but music were pretty good, but the things that I think we did a lot better was the drama. Drama, I think, went up to national.
The plays. And the choreographers.
Actually, especially the narratives now.
Soul of Us.
But mostly narratives. Those are like where people do narrate. It was like, but thanks again to Professor Chetambe. He was the one who was...
He's the guy.
Yeah, the guy. And also Cleo Malala. Yes,
Cleo. He was a teacher there.
When you're getting that, Cleo was finishing his fourth year, or was he? He did his Form 4 from another school though, but he was in French school.
So this guy is also smart. He's young and smart. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so you go to the university. How was that first year experience? Because in the university, you find the cream de la cream. You thought you were smart in high school. Now you find guys who are like, my man. They're not always in class, but when they come for the exams, it's a done deal.
So for me, the good thing when I came, my mindset was so different. Because it's like I had these epiphany moments where like already I knew places where I could do things like I could do. Because one is because I had some mentors, guys already ahead of me. So they would tell me about some things like what to expect. So when I was coming, I had some goals. Like some of the things that I wanted to do was first the thing is because of my background, I'm not coming from a very well-off family, but we're not very poor. But like in our village,
you're okay.
You'll be actually okay. But then in other contexts, you'd be like not okay. But we are good. We are good. But when I was coming, I wanted to sustain myself in campus. I didn't want to like ever ask money home.
Or pocket money.
So, but the good thing ended up actually, what ended up happening was I was the one now sending money home.
Back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So like all my campus life, the only money that I got was when I was coming in. Actually, a few guys, so my parents first gave me money, and then a few friends, like one of the doctors from our local hospital, called Dr. Kisaka. He gave me like, I think it was for like 5K. That was really a good like amount. Then you know, in university that time you just need some money to start off, and then the help.
Yeah.
And then everything
You're
goes.
good.
Yeah, everything is good. Yeah. So why I'm mentioning Dr. Kisaka is because also he's the one who gave me the first gig. I was ever paid gig.
Nice.
I did a website for them just after high school.
That's just in first year.
After high school. Just
Oh,
before I
before you
joined
joined.
campus.
Ah.
So this now is like this is now like you can tell what's happening, what's setting me up now for my like stuff that I'm doing. So just after high school, my local, after learning a bit of Dreamweaver, I feel like I can
using Dreamweaver.
Yeah. I said I can do this website thing.
Yeah.
So I went and actually managed to do a website for them. So we became good friends. Because also in the local at home, I used to have a shop, a computer shop, just in the village for printing, printing like photocopy, printing.
Yeah.
But then at night, I spend that time learning programming.
Chief, you're committed.
Yeah.
Even before you joined university.
Yeah, I was reading like I remember that JDK was 1.2.5 or something like that. That's like, and now I think we're in JDK maybe 8 plus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't do Java these days.
And I know when you graduated from high school, you guys used to wait for 2 years.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of time to like
you're
learn
right.
a couple of stuff.
Yes. So my whole of 207.
Yeah.
But then during that post-election and all that, all of the 207 and the 208 half, just doing this programming stuff, building websites.
Yeah. But they do know we could have joined the campus at the same time. There's something that happened in high school and I lost 1 year.
And then you're like maybe someone should tell this story because you're this person. I remember when you came to my graduation, you told guys, you Nandaa, we just met. I don't know how you explain. Like we just so because you like the way we met. I don't know how we like. It was more like wait. It's like I know you.
No. This is what happened. Yeah. So Nandaa is in first year. You're on first year, right? I think so. When we met, you in first year in prefabs because you're in prefabs.
In prefabs.
I
was in second. I did join. You didn't join yet.
I hadn't joined. I'd come to you in first year.
You just come to see like stuff.
I came to research.
Research.
This is a difference, and I think guys should be challenged to do this because for me, I took control of my life after primary school. Yes. And I see you took control after high school. So I promised myself now I'm an adult, and whatever happens, I take full responsibility. So even after finishing high school, I didn't just want to join university. And also, I was from the village. But I knew my only way out from the village is university.
Yes.
So when I finished, while we were waiting to join, I got a gig somewhere. I'll tell that story.
Okay.
So when I got my Kasalo around 4K,
yes.
I said, this Kasalo, I'm not touching it. I'm going to Nairobi. Now remember you have 4K.
Yeah,
so
4K.
already 1K is almost gone, right? I knew a guy who we had graduated in high school together. He used to live in Car West. So I went to KU. KU was too, my friend.
Just doing your research.
The only thing I saw there that I could come out with is a good wife. So I was discouraged. And again, I went to their software engineering school. I wasn't that encouraged to join in. I went to JQuad. JQuad was not yet there in terms of even infrastructure. The vibe wasn't there. Then I go to Chiromo. I'm sold out, bro. I'm sold out. And even then, I was not differentiating, like, is it IT? Because also the School of Computing used to offer diploma in ICT.
In ICT.
And me, I
diploma,
wanted degree, right? So I met
actually,
Mr.
A good thing, actually, sorry for cutting you short, but one thing I can give props for the school was they decided to go hard, like, they not give IT degrees, like either you do computer science or computer science.
So I met with Mr. Rabala when I'm doing my research. So he actually spent like a whole 1 hour or something trying to tell me I should not even consider IT because I explained what I want to do. They were like, go for computer science. I was sold out. So I locked that. So it happens that there's another guy we got scholarship together. The same organization. So he was around. I call him and like, I can see me. And then I go there and I tell him, you know what? I want to do computer science. He tells me no. There's this guy, we are in the same room in prefabs.
Oh!
He is doing computer science.
That was the reason.
But this guy is never available. He was always available for like 1 or 2. I see him 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, I used
at
to
this
gigs.
particular
So that's
time.
time I was doing gigs. Yeah.
But please, if you can go and come at that time, I can introduce you to him. And then I come and I meet you. And then we happen, because in KU there is another dude also, we got scholarship together. And the roommate used to love ill songs. That kind of vibe. So I was curious and like, this song sounds really good. It sounds like secular, but it's really like the worship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come and I meet you listening to some of those ill songs. So we start the conversation there and we create the rapport. And I tell you, I'm joining the school. You're like, come on now. This is it. So when it gets to September, I join, and then the first few guys I knew, it's you, and then I get to know more people.
Now it makes sense, because I remember when you're coming, it's like, I know you. Then you came with banter. We're talking. You met. I think you with banter. You have like friends since the
No.
one.
Banter we met during registrations. So his dad meets my guardian, and then they chatted like, there's this young man brought also to like check in the school to join in, and then we connect, like, you guys can even be living together. You can be, and then we're like, okay. So, why not? Actually, it saves a lot, because for me, I'd already made my mind. I'm not staying in school. I'll just rent out there. Start struggling from zero.
I know you don't welcome me to the life. We'll talk about it.
So that's the story. But when I get maybe to tell my story, if that part comes up, I'll tell it will come. So I try to tell small pieces here and there with my guests, because most of the guests I have here, some of them are people I've known for some time, and also in tech ecosystem. Given that I've been there for some time, it's something that I like to like connect the pieces.
Yeah.
And then I realized this guy is out there doing gigs.
Yeah.
I'm like, so this is possible. And already you are doing gigs in first year.
So like again, like all these things, like just I'm in a computer science the lab, master's lab, just chilling there. Then there's this guy who's doing his masters.
Yeah,
it's called Zablon Ochomo. And then he tells me he was looking for. He wanted to convert. That time, you can tell, that time was a bit back. We didn't have, Microsoft Word didn't have a way of converting to PDF. You had to have another PDF converter app or something. Yes. So he didn't know about the app. I told him, but it's a PDF converter app. Showed him, also from there we clicked, and I told him, I used to work with my card, business card. I used to have like, I was calling myself a computer specialist. I was programmer, computer / programmer. But I have those photos I can send you, like
nice.
That business card.
Did you design them yourself?
Yeah. Because I was doing like, of course, Dreamweaver.
You're also a good designer.
A little bit.
That's what people don't know. You're also a good designer. You like drawing it. I've seen you do most of these things on the side, but we'll get there. Where even we get to see you doing stuff.
Yeah. So we click with this guy, and it turns out he's actually a co-founder of a company called WebTribe, which is the parent company for JumboPay. Guys who know JumboPay. Yes. So, and he tells me, I tell him, but I do websites also. When I've done this, now that I have the Lugulu hospital.org, I can show him, you've done this one, So next time
that's your portfolio.
Anything, we'll let you know. Yeah, and one day I met him again just in town. I said, where did you disappear to? Because we've been having actually some projects. So come to the office.
So let me ask you, Nanda. So it's always been your culture not to be found. Because finding you, Nanda, is I don't know. Maybe you need an assistant or something. Because tracing you sounds like
no. But something funny is. If you knew how I operate, actually, there are only 3 places you get me in campus. 3 places. I'll be there in school, which was very scanty. That after Form 1, I think I lost like interest in the academic stuff a lot. I went much into the business side. So of our hustling, not a business hustling. Now that we're in the UDA economy, so I became a hustler most of the times, and then. So I will either be in, so it was 3 places. I will be in Web Tribe, which is 12th floor on Anniversary Towers.
Yeah.
Oh, not Anniversary, but the other one, I've got the name of the
Something
tower.
Plaza.
I'll be at Web Tribe, or I'll be at the CU.
That is in the main campus.
At the main campus there at the Taifa Hall. I'll be in Chirop, or I'll be in my room. Which is
But rarely were you in your room. You used to get there at around midnight and leave very early in the morning.
In my room. But so I was just, most of my business was doing the programming stuff and this website stuff, and then also serving in the CU.
Yeah.
So that used to take a lot of my time, because in CU there would be some programs maybe at Tuesday there would be some prayers, Thursday there would be practice, Friday there would be. So that's why you never see me in the room. Yeah. So.
Where do you place yourself about your body, mind, and spirit?
Body, mind, and spirit. What does it mean?
So that's what defines any human being. So if those 3 things don't balance, sometimes it's really hard to feel complete, to find your purpose, and other many things that can relate from that. So your body has to be right, healthy. Your mind has to be nourished now and then, and your spirit has to be intact.
Yeah, so for me, I think the spirit comes first. Yeah, because I think my Christianity, I think for me is actually, in light of all this, I guess my relationship with Christ or my Christianity is what really has helped me shape my worldview and how I view things. Because that one makes me to relax on most of the things. Like, if those were not so, because I'm sure the podcast has a different demography. But there's this thing we say that our steps are ordered by Christ. Like, he knows everything that will happen. I'm sure even Islam has that thing, like Allah knows everything that will happen to you. But God knows everything, like he has planned your life. That's what I believe.
Up to the end.
Up to the very end. So with that one in mind, you don't have to really worry a lot. But of course, once in a while you do worry, then you realize, why am I worrying about this?
And this is all set up.
Yeah. Sometimes you actually get to worry, and I'll even talk about it when we went 2015 with when I'm leaving you guys.
Please be open, because me, this story I tell into bits. Into bits. But now you are here. We need to tell people what's up.
Yes. So I feel like the spirit for me is what really is the central piece. Yeah, and then I think everything else follows, because that if you're troubled in the spirit, of course your mind will also be troubled.
Yeah.
If you're quiet in your spirit, most likely your mind will be quiet.
And
then your body, I guess, just also follow. I guess the body is more of like it looks like the body is more of like this these wagons you pull. It's just like a follower.
So if the engine is not right, most of the time the wagon is not also right. Doesn't matter how good it looks.
How good it looks. But sometimes I guess even the body might confuse with being built. But even that's what they say. Sometimes even most people are sick, not because of anything specific, but just because they're troubled. They're maybe having stress.
So they say the body is of this world, and sometimes it will always pull you to belong, because you see the body is at home, but the mind and the spirit, mostly the spirit, doesn't belong in this world.
And there's even the verse that says that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you manage to ensure that? Because I know it doesn't matter who, it might be even the most spiritual guy, but body will always sometime find its way. So how do you make sure that as much as that happens, or how do you make sure that it doesn't happen?
Yeah, it's a struggle. I think that's a lifelong battle. Yeah, it's a lifelong battle that you just have to keep pressing on. You just have to keep pressing on, and then that these things we call spiritual disciplines. Those are the ones really, when you lack them, you lack to do those spiritual disciplines, even fasting, praying, reading the word. It's now easier for the body now to take over. Yes.
So how often do you fast?
Well, I'm not really that super religious. Like I have like a routine. But once in a while, like there's a time I used to do at least once a week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to the once a week.
Yeah. Like a whole day, you're like taking water and.
No. I used to just do like lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
I take my breakfast. Just do lunchtime. I do lunchtime because it's easier to when people are going for lunch, you can excuse yourself. You go somewhere.
Yeah.
And pray and then come back for after lunch, just like everyone else.
So fasting without prayers is just. You're skipping a meal.
Yeah, you're skipping a meal. You're just keeping fit keto. You're doing like keto or whatever diet it is. Yeah. So, but maybe at least meditate. Go
Yeah,
pray.
that's what I wanted to ask. Do you meditate?
I don't. I'm not really into the way the meditation in a way that the sense of that word in our contemporary sense, like meditation. I don't do that one.
What is it? What is that?
The meditation that I know contemporary is like it is actually has its roots from Eastern religions about like but I don't want to go into those but so I don't do like that one of trying to like free up your mind. No, I don't do that. So maybe I just pray, but praying also is even the Bible says meditation. Or if you're reading the Word of God, you'll at least meditate upon it. Like, what does it mean? Yeah. But I don't do that in that sense of that routine of meditation in its contemporary sense. No.
So this is what we used to do in high school. I went to a seminary, part of my high school. We used to have one day in a month on a Saturday. And you can imagine how hard this is. Because Saturday is where you go play. But the last Saturday of the month, we used to do what we call the recollection, but it was basically meditation. So no reading, just there are a couple of sessions. We used to go to the chapel 5 times a day, every day. So even that recollection day, we'll do that. And we'll have a speaker at the end of it, or a guest priest or something like that. So what we used to do that day is just listen. Not chill. Listen, you better go and sleep rather than be found reading a book or talking to each other. And now you have access. Not talking. So those who are highly punishable if you're found doing that. So and I appreciate that process.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. When during that time you cannot see it, but now over time you can see this is actually a tool of.
Because sometimes we never hear what God is saying until we listen. Rarely do we listen. We're always in the midst of doing this or that. So when I hear people talk about meditation, I always remember recollection, which was basically the purest form of meditation.
Yeah, I like that.
Because at least one day in a month, it doesn't matter what you're going through, you'll be able to recollect. Sometimes we punish ourselves for things that we did as humans. And we're just humans, So once you recollect, you can be able to say, I was wrong or I was right, or kudos to myself for doing this for the whole month.
Yes.
And that will give you even the energy to now face the new month better.
Yes.
So if you're listening, I encourage you to meditate, also to fast.
I like that one. Maybe I should actually apply this. Even once a month, I think so. But just. Yeah, because this world actually is so busy. Everything is calling for attention. You haven't even talked about social media. Yes. Everything everything's calling for your attention, and just quieting yourself and trying to put everything in perspective. Because most times actually we usually lack the perspective. And actually even I'll talk about the 2015. The C4D. I know whether you want us to go there. Because is there anything specific across? So let me say my campus life that time. For me, I think I enjoyed campus. It was awesome.
It's a good experience.
Then you get to create very good bonds. Especially most of my bonds were within the Christian Union fraternity. Yeah, that's where. So sometimes there's this joke we used to say that we are full-time servants of God and part-time students.
Hey, you guys were committed.
Because you find that most of us things we were in this Christian Union. Just doing stuff. I was in charge of ICT. Used to do ICT stuff.
You built them a very nice website.
Of course. You just know. For me, when I just the ways they say when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Everyone everything looks like a nail.
Yeah.
Every problem is a nail. So for me, every time I met someone, I think you can have a website.
Why don't you have your
Why are
brand
you
out
using
there?
at Gmail? You should have mk.something. So that's used to be my line. Like everyone I met who is doing something, I'll be like, I can make for your website. Or even if you don't have a website, let's actually buy a domain and link this domain to your Gmail. And all that. So that's what it used to be my thing. Like I just used to be love. So everywhere I went, you can tell if they don't have a website, I'll do it for them.
Yeah.